Hello everyone, welcome back. So we will discuss about the design thinking today. So design thinking is a simple method and currently we are trying to make it more simpler. So let's dig into it. Let's do a quick recap. Whoever has not seen the first video, please subscribe to my channel. Go to the playlist of design thinking and look at the first. Let's do a quick recap. Design thinking is a process of solving problems. And the different thing is it is a human centric approach. So human will be in the center. We discuss four steps for the design thinking process, and that's chemistry, physics, maths, and biology. So today we'll dig into it more on the step number one, chemistry. So chemistry is the heart of design thinking process. As we know from the first session, chemistry is help us grow the relationship with the customers. So meaning if you need to grow the relationship with the customers, chemistry step will be the one and the first one to be there, and we need to work with customers to get them know. So what we need to do is we can understand the customers, we can understand the customers activities, how they are interacting. So those kind of understanding we can get it from this particular step. This is very important step of the design thinking process, because without understanding the customers we cannot build anything, we cannot build products, we cannot build services. So understanding the customer is the first and foremost things that we need to do, and that's the reason it is a heart of design thinking process. So if we go ahead, then let's identify one of the problem for the customers. We'll take that one as a base and we'll take from step 1 to step 4 for the same problem, so we can understand the problem little bit better. And we'll take an example of real life examples that we all are facing it. And that's I'm trying to do is the homemakers buying groceries. I don't know the problem yet, I don't know the solution yet. I just thought that homemakers buying grocery, may they have the problems or may not. I don't know. So identifying the problems, and I mean I am not coming to any solutions, or I don't have any ideas to implement it into the market. I have just one thing or one statement saying that homemakers buying groceries. Let's look at it. So let's look at the customers. So we'll take from here. So remember the first session what we discussed is in the the management reviews that we read it from the world's top management companies. They say that some of the ideas or maybe most of the ideas will not work because they don't know the customers and the problem exists. So what we will do is we will currently look at the problem first. We are not forcing any solutions or nothing else. So let's look at homemakers buying groceries as an example. So chemistry step, as we said, that this can be done in different techniques. So there are different techniques to conduct the chemistry step, and those are maybe observations to the customers, interview the customers, diary studies, and much more. So we need to understand the customers in the step one, so we can do it by maybe observations, interviews, diary studies, and many more techniques out there. At the end of the step, there will be an artifacts, and what are those? At the end of this step we may find the customer journey map, we may find the experience map, we may find the impact mapping, and those are also many more artifacts that we can get from the step. So I know these are some words that you may or may not know. Well, let's dig into it, maybe couple of things and one technique or maybe one artifacts together. So let's say we will go with the technique. Let's say interview. I need to interview. So interview is the simplest technique to do it, to understand customers activities, to understand customers behavior and interaction style. So with the interviews, we need a questionnaire that we need to ask to customers regarding the, maybe if we are doing it for homemakers buying groceries, we need to ask them the questions about the groceries, and we can list down the questions and we can write down the answers as well for our documentation purpose. So those answers, and yes, we need to make sure that we need to interview, we must need to interview, I will say it again, we must need to interview the real customers. So we need to interview the customers who are actually buying groceries. We do not need to interview customers who are not buying groceries at all. So that the reason behind it, so that we can get the actual real data from them, because they have experience on buying groceries and they may face problems. So that's the reason we need to interview the real customers. After entering all these, after getting all the answers, those will be treated as raw data for us, and we'll treat those raw data as an artifacts or as in building another things, or maybe analyze something from there. So in the step one, we can understand the customers by interviews. We need to interview the real customers and we can get the raw data. Now, if now we have the raw data, what are the artifacts? We can prepare a customer journey map. Let's say we will prepare a customer journey map for home buying groceries. What is customer journey map? Customer journey map is a sticky based technique that is define the process or the activities of everybody who is maybe working. So let's say, just an example, if I am buying the groceries, then what I am doing it while buying groceries, that is customer journey map from start to end, what I am doing it. Okay, that's customer journey map, because as I am a customer, my journey is to start buying groceries to end buying groceries. So there are steps, or maybe a simple steps for customer journey map. Okay, one sticky note for one activity. Let's say as is. Let's say right now I will take mobile. I'll open the app. I will order. So all these things, all the activities that I'm doing, it will be putting into the one sticky note at a time. Only one. Sticky note has to be on chronological order because it is an activity. So one by one we can do it. Obviously, we need to do real customers, interview real customers, work with real customers, and each sticky note we need to put emotional highs and lows, how they feel while they are doing this activity, high or low. So that we need to put it. I know this is a lot to digest. Let's look into the example so that you can get it very clearly. So let's say persona, maybe let's say we'll take one person, Sam, age 30, city Ahmedabad, and activity is buying groceries. So he needs to buy a grocery. So while working on the customer journey map, we need to put three things together. One is before meaning before buying groceries, what that person is doing. Second is during, what that person is doing during buying groceries. And third thing is what they are doing after buying groceries. Okay. So let's put out the activities what they are doing it before buying the groceries. So before buying the groceries, what they were doing, maybe Sam is identifying first the groceries. What are the groceries? I have it on my shelf or I have it on my home. So let's say identifying the groceries. What the next step he'll do? He'll prepare a list saying that these are the things I have it, these are the things I don't have it, so I need to order it in this much quantity. So they are preparing the list. What another thing before buying the groceries they'll do? They'll confirm the list, confirming the list maybe with the other home members if they need to add something to the grocery list. So these are the activities maybe the Sham is doing it before buying the groceries. Now let's come to the during buying groceries. Let's say now I have the list, I confirm this, these are my final things that I need to buy. What he'll do is he need to find the best deals during, meaning this is the step during groceries, meaning buying groceries. So he need to find the best deals. What next? He need to confirm the order, he need to pay it during the buying grocery step. Now after payment is done, everything is done, what is done after that? What he'll do, he'll track the status of delivery, and then at the end the product will be delivered. So these are the customer journey map, meaning customer Sam starting from identifying the groceries to the end to delivery to his home. So this is the customer journey map. These steps that we identified, let's identify the groceries, preparing the list, confirming the list. This is from the interviews that we have taken, or maybe the observation, which techniques, anybody can use any techniques. From there we can come up with this particular steps or this particular sticky notes. Okay, now after getting activity listed as before, during and after, we need to put emotional highs and lows for each sticky note. Emotional highs and lows meaning what they are feeling while doing that particular activities. They are happy or they are sad. So let's say first one is the identifying the groceries. So maybe identifying the groceries is if they need to do it, so they are happy because that person needs to find the groceries from the market or from the app, mobile app. So they are happy to identifying, they are happy preparing the list as well, and they are happy confirming the list as well. These highs and lows we need to observe, or we need to write it down during interview techniques or observation or diary study, anything. We need to write it down. We need to have the real customer interviews, and from there we can put this particular high and lows. Let's say Sam, during the finding the best deals, he was not so happy. So let's say put it not so happy. Confirming the order, happy. Payment, yeah, he is not so happy. He thinks that he paid more value or more money to the groceries. Track the status and the groceries deliveries, he is happy. So this is the final version of customer journey map. This page is the final thing of customer. This is the artifacts that we can found out from first step of our design thinking process, and that's chemistry. From this particular screen we can understand the customers, we can understand what they are feeling, what they are doing currently, and we can find emotional highs and lows of the activities that they are doing it. So there are many other techniques as well to build a relationship, understand the problem of the customers, but all are effective. I just put one example, so it's customer journey map. We can put the impact mapping as well. Maybe in upcoming time I'll put a separate video on that. But all methods are very efficient if we can put it properly. We will cover the next step in upcoming videos. Maybe the next, all the other steps that we have it. As of now, we learned about the design thinking process. We learned about the first step, chemistry. We understand that there are techniques, let's say interior observations, to understand the customers, and we have solid artifacts from the step one, like customer journey map, experience map, we have impact mapping, that we can came up with this particular step of design. So I hope you like the video. Please subscribe to my channels and see you in the next video. Bye.